Roxo Media House.
Yeah, that was a heck of a long intro. So I want to welcome everybody to the Three Real Brothers podcast. That was fun. What a great intro. I want to thank my brothers for being here today. We actually have a guest.
Yeah.
So this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
We'll let her know. We'll let them know more about it when she comes on.
Right.
So let's get into it. How was your week?
Man, week was good. Our film, our first two things plug. Older Man, Younger Woman just got selected into the independent Hollywood Independent Film Festival. Right. And then also too, our film Stepdad.
Don't put a date on it.
I didn't put a date on it, but our film Stepdad just got selected into a film festival. I just forgot the name of it. What is it? I forgot the name of it. I just saw
it's
it
a film
released.
festival.
Yeah, it just got but Stepdad, the movie that we in, got selected to another film festival. So super excited about
That's
that.
what's up.
I'm gonna pull up the name of it.
You just got back from New York.
Yeah, and yes. Also,
that go?
I did. I got back from New York where I was nominated Best Actor at the SITA Awards,
Woo!
which is in New York City. So that was really cool. Man. So we're moving right along.
Clearly didn't win.
Your mama. You know what I mean?
I was top five.
Hey, when anytime somebody posts, it'd be like, congratulations to everybody.
All right. I like
Shout out to all the nominees.
Everybody that participated. To the
Grateful.
judge.
It was an honor.
To the valet.
Anyway, back to change the subject. The Shutter
he ain't
Speed
shit.
Film Festival. The Shutter Speed Film Festival.
The
is what I
Shutter
filmed.
Speed. Where's that at?
It's actually here in Dallas Fort Worth.
Okay, nice.
Oh, there we go. So we'll be able to
Shutter.
attend. I was like, when I seen it, I was like, I ain't going.
Shutter Speed Film Festival. We got
afford
nominated that. So that'll be here.
But this here in Dallas, I can afford that. All right,
Cool. That's man. Happy we're moving along, pushing along, and get stuff going. Yeah. So Kyle, what's up?
Kyle, how was your week?
It was good. Shot a commercial.
There you go.
Last week, shout out to that. That was fun. And
What was the commercial? Can you say?
No. They're not paying us.
I'm not.
They got their own commercial.
You'll see it when it comes out.
Yeah, there you go.
But so just doing that, trying to stay afloat and getting the refereeing stuff with it. But no, commercial work is especially with the strike going on now.
Thank God for commercials.
Thank
Facts.
God. Oh my goodness. Still going on. We thought we saw the light of day, but it's
You still
not getting
refereeing?
better. Yeah.
What do you referee?
Oh well, out there in Cali, everything, pickleball, tennis, doesn't matter, golf. I don't even know they have referees, but I'm out there
walking around with a whistle.
Yeah, I'm walking there with whistle. Hey, that ain't it. So I'm okay. So the funny thing, I'm refereeing flag football. Right? Don't know too much about it.
Actor strike is killing me.
My goodness.
Flag football?
Flag football out there, and
Well, the strike's over with now, so shout out to
it's
the
not.
No, it's not.
I thought they said they came to agreement.
No, the writers came to agreement. The actors are still on strike.
They did.
Well, shout out to the writers.
And even
That's what we really need anyway. We don't need actors.
Yeah, wow.
We can replace you.
With AI, thanks.
Whatever they fight.
We need somebody right.
But the funny thing about it is when you start refereeing different sports.
Yeah.
I referee basketball so much, so I'm out there a basketball official refereeing football. So I'm doing stuff, so I'm screwing up plays, right? So I saw something like roughing the passer, right? So in football, you throw the flag, but don't blow the whistle. No. Don't kill the play. Don't kill the play.
You
right?
killed the play?
Oh my goodness! And so in basketball, you see something legal, foul, boop, blow it, stop it, play, report.
Yep.
Now I'm in football. Mine's still in basketball, right? So a guy roughs the passer. Tweet. And throw the flag at him. Everybody stopped and looked. He's like, what the hell is he doing? I'm like, personal foul. We got both hands going this way.
They say what? I hope he didn't catch it. When the quarterback threw it.
He may have.
Golly.
To be determined. We would never know.
That would be the worst. Oh my God.
So my first time out there, I did it like
You killed
3
the
or 4
play.
times.
Yeah.
Every time something happened, I was like, everybody was like, what is
Why are
going
you
on?
stopping the play?
Yeah.
Was it a false start?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I was like, no. I just saw something illegal. They was like, just throw the flag. And then, so I had to, so you just do minor things like that. You know, one
That's
time
pretty- yeah, that's
I
funny.
threw the flag up. And it was, and I just caught it, and then I didn't even blink. I'm just throw it up, and I was like, "Wait, I don't want to." No, we good. I tried to grab it. I was like, "Wait,
No,
wait. Just kidding, just kidding." So
now keep playing, bro.
yeah, you good,
funny,
you good.
bro.
So I'm
That's
out
funny.
there, learning football
That's
rules, and
embarrassing.
I'm like,
That's
so
what's up.
it was funny.
embarrassing.
What
But,
about you, man? What's your week?
I don't know what I do.
Yeah.
what'd you do?
What did I do? But it's not. I can't tell it because it's not confirmed yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
It's not confirmed.
But at least, how
But-
was it though? From I guess a healthy. You been in the gym?
I've been in the
You know what I'm saying? How
gym,
was
man.
it?
I've
Yeah.
been. I've hired writers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I've hired writers.
Yeah.
So that's a new thing. First
Yep.
people I've hired in entertainment, besides my brothers and cameramen and producers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
that was they're the first writers I've ever hired. So shout out to them for a new project that we're working on.
Yep. That's gonna be fun. Absolutely.
A headline in Arlington Improv, October 26th. I don't know
Yeah.
when this is going to
Yeah.
come out. Yeah,
Hopefully
shout
this comes out
Yeah, woo.
before October 26th.
So if you have a chance, hopefully this podcast comes out before Cal.
Who's working his hardest?
Yeah, he's working-
I am.
That's a callback.
I am. Yeah. I am.
And so
Yeah.
I mean that's a big deal. So I mean it's a lot going on, man. We're rolling.
Yeah.
We're rolling.
We're
It's
keeping
exciting.
busy, man. Yeah.
The construction's going.
KRG
Yeah.
Construction.
That is
KRG
awesome.
Productions.
And so
Yep.
you know
Excited.
I've had a plan. So 10 years ago, not even listen to that, probably 7 years ago, I came with the idea for the construction, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I was working for a general contractor and I seen how much money he was making. I was like, ooh, I can do that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what the job entitled. I was just like, I just want the Mercedes, right?
Yeah.
And so I had a plan. I'm like, all right, so, and this is for anybody that wants to start a business or anything like that. Think for the first 10 years, you're not really going to make money. Really 5 years in restaurants and like a structured business, like construction, like really 5 years, you're not really going to start making profit. So 10 years is actually when you start seeing anything that turns into a profit, when you kind of get in the green. Now, there's some businesses that aren't like that. You could take off as soon as you started. But if you comedy, how long did it take? And think about acting, and I didn't think about that. 'Cause like comedy acting, it literally takes 10 years.
10 plus years.
For you to
10, 15.
to start
10,
making
15.
profit.
Yes,
You see what I'm saying?
absolutely,
Not rich.
Right.
To start-
Right. Just to make your money back.
the money back. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in the green now. And
Yep.
so so the vision that I had then is kind of coming to fruition now. And so I'm happy that I stuck to it. So this is my message to you. Even when it seems bleak and you're just starting out, just understand it's gonna take time. But when it flourishes, man, you're gonna freaking love it because you all that hard work that you put in when it wasn't there, and you always walk, because we always walk around. People always doubting us. They're not doubting you. Just haven't proved anything.
You just haven't proved yourself.
Like you
Yep.
got to prove yourself, and
Yep.
once you prove yourself, man, it's a whole different level. So
Yeah.
that's my parent corner, or whatever we call this
advice,
segment,
you
advice,
started
whatever.
early,
That
too.
was
You started
that was
early.
my
That's
moment.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
okay.
anyway, I did want to talk about relationships, but I did want to wait
Okay.
to talk about relationships.
Okay.
Because we have our fourth guest of all time, and she will bring a different insight that we've never had before because she is a licensed clinical social worker, a fancy word for a psychiatrist.
Therapist.
A therapist.
Really a therapist. Yes.
A very fancy word for a therapist.
Yes.
I want y'all
For a
to give it
social
up
media
right
influencer.
now for the very family-oriented,
Famous family oriented.
one of our family friends, basically our auntie. Give it up for Miss Sonya Moore.
Come on, Miss Sonya. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in.
We got Miss Sonya on here. A very little family, all the way from Orlando,
Yes.
Florida, by the
Yes,
way.
indeed.
Oh, we're global. Are you done?
We got our sound effects.
you
Thank
done?
you. Thank you.
all the money for the
Hey,
studio.
those
That's what we
budget
got
cuts are
for
coming
sound
in. Hey, the
effects.
budget cuts are coming in.
Not Law and Order.
Anyway, Miss Sonya, how are you? How are you this evening?
Wonderful.
Wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful, yeah, wonderful. Great clinical social worker answer. Get to the point.
Hold on, improv.
Hold on.
Go ahead, improv. Let me see what you got.
Go ahead. Word it for us, big dog.
Licensed clinical social worker.
There we go. We have
Yes.
our first ever licensed clinical social worker on the show.
Yes.
First ever one I met that I know.
Yeah.
Never heard the word before. So for the people who don't know Miss Sonya, please tell them what you do.
I provide therapy.
That's simple enough.
Yes.
Depression, anxiety, marital relationship.
So just anybody. So if like somebody off the street just wants to, they can just walk into your office. I'll just make an appointment or whatever.
Absolutely.
And is it like relationships only, or just people in general?
People in general. I'm in private practice.
Okay.
Oh, nice. There we go. See.
Counseling peace.
Oh,
There you go.
But I'm in Orlando.
Orlando.
Do you do the Zoom?
Zoom?
You
I
Zoom?
do.
There you go.
So
It doesn't
that's
matter.
everywhere.
Everywhere. You global.
Only in Florida.
Why is it Zoom?
Because you
The
only
Wi-Fi?
licensed in Florida.
Oh, really? So I didn't know.
So
that.
even if I call you so it doesn't work
It doesn't
good.
work. So
That's
I have to
crazy.
move to Florida.
Exactly.
to get advice from you.
Yeah.
That's cool. Is it advice? Would that?
No,
would
it's
that
not advice.
It'd be
not
canceled.
advice.
It'd be canceled.
What's canceled?
Yeah, I get canceled from if I move to Florida.
No, I'm saying,
But
what kind of counsel do you give? Is that because you're not giving advice, right?
Give you tools and techniques to help you through your situation.
Got you.
Oh,
If you're
okay.
depressed.
So okay, that's what I'm saying. So if
Yeah,
I'm sad,
anxiety.
then I can be like, hey.
Why
Well,
are
being
you-
sad and
why are you
depressed, two
sad?
different things, by the
Why
way.
are you sad?
Sad and depression is
So
two
we'll
different
help you
things,
with
right?
that.
Well, depression is not a mood. Sad is an emotion. Depression I guess depression is an emotion too. But depression is a clinical state that you can be in type thing. Like
Yeah.
depression is
Right,
like,
because some
you
people
can't be in a-
some people
like a
say
clinical
sad and
state of
yeah.
sad.
So I would tell you, I would ask you this, Miss Sonya. So the first question is, why don't people seek counsel much? Why don't they do that? Why do people think they can fix things by themselves?
Stigma.
Huh?
Stigma.
Stigma about what stigma?
What will other people think?
They were just afraid of what other people would
Afraid of what other people think. Negative thoughts,
Is it like, because a lot of people think if you go to therapy you're crazy.
That too.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the stigma, I guess, for black men. I mean, to be honest with you, black men are the least to go to therapy, right?
Is that true?
But that's improving.
It
is
is
improving.
improving.
It is
Okay,
improving.
well, there's
That's good to
there's a
know.
up and up
That's
on
good to
that.
know.
Yeah.
We didn't know that. We didn't know
So if
that.
you need counseling, call me.
Of
Cause-
course,
Yeah.
I'm sad.
You know what? I had a question that a friend brought to me, and I'm gonna give it to you. Okay.
Well, what's the topic for?
All right. Can I?
Can he-
God dang it!
Yeah,
bro.
I'm ready. Come on.
Kalisha.
I'm
God
ready.
dang.
I am
Can I
So
talk?
I am
See,
ready.
this is why I lead the show. But,
God.
yeah, see, when they lead it, it just doesn't work. But go ahead.
Listen, I had-
The dysfunctional family comes out.
Golly, I had a question.
Go ahead,
And
Scoop.
so I had a-
take it away.
I had a friend that asked me about why do guys like resent or struggle in relationships? Like why do guys not want relationships? All right. And I know we talked before off air on this, so I'm gonna give you my analogy here.
Are you
Okay, go
asking
ahead,
for a
I'm gonna give you
friend?
my analogy. All right. Yes. I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah.
I'm asking for a friend.
Not me.
Not me, though.
Not me,
Not
though.
me. It's another
my
kid.
friend.
Yeah. It's somebody I know.
Yeah.
Similar situation, not the same people.
An analogy I give, and call it for what you want. All right. So if you take a wild animal and you put him in the circus, okay. All right. So follow me here. If you take a wild animal and you put him in the circus, right? You train them, you teach them, you do all these great things, you feed them, but then you also wonder like why aren't they content and happy in this controlled environment? And my thing is always tell them that you're taking them from a different environment they were meant to be in, and you're trying to put them in this environment, and you're trying to train them up to be what you want them to be. And so sometimes for guys that scares guys, or that not that scare guys, that frustrates guys sometimes. Because I maybe, and you can answer this better than I can, but I feel like sometimes women want guys to be a certain way because they have this ideal husband of what you're supposed to be. So I'm going to take you from over here and I'm going to put you in this environment. I want you to be just what you're supposed to be. This is what you're supposed to be.
He's going through something.
Let me ask you this. I mean, that's true.
Go ahead.
That's true.
I'm here for you.
No, you're not. You're lazy.
I just want to let you know I'm here for you.
So it was a worded question, but you got it.
It really was.
Yeah, it really was.
I'm
What was the
confused.
question?
So the question was. So my question was.
So why does a woman
So what do you-
want to tame you?
Yes, yeah. Why do you think women are like? Why do you think that's a true statement to go?
Do
women
you think
want to-
men struggle in relationships?
Yeah, men struggle in
There you
relationships.
go.
Thank you.
There's the question.
It depends.
Huh?
It depends.
On what?
The woman.
Depends on the woman. Like, what do you mean?
What does she want?
What does she want? Is that what matters the most? Like,
No.
okay.
What matters the most in a relationship? I guess that depends on the relationship, was what you would say. That's such a therapist.
Yeah. So we're going different. So where we go? You know what I mean? Depends on what matters the most in a relationship.
So he's struggling. Say he's struggling in his relationship, right?
Right. Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically speaking,
His friend.
his friend. His friend is really struggling in his relationship. Hypothetically speaking, me and my wife live apart. Right? We don't not because we're like all the way separated. Like we're not separated. We're literally in two different places because she needed to be around her support system while I was doing what I was doing. Like I'm traveling all the time, I'm not there, and then that it almost make me feel guilty because I'm leaving her behind with two kids. A lot of people think obviously it's a extremely unorthodox relationship, but it's working for us right now. But I don't think it's something that could be sustained long term. But I'm scared sometimes to like want to get back into like that not the commitment part, but just getting back together because I've kind of experienced life on the freedom, and then it's like, oh snap, I think I like freedom, but in reality, I still want to be with my family, you know, and so I've kind of been torn with that. Is there any advice that you can give me to help me think about that?
No.
Okay, thank you. This has been another episode.
Because I'm still confused. What do you want to know exactly?
I want to know
It's
like
working, right?
how do but it's not really working.
But it's short term.
Hopefully. There's no
So how do you
set
stay
date.
connected?
I mean through FaceTime, trying to like call as much as we can, talk as much as we can, visit as much as I can. I'm always down there. I'm always like because I have two daughters and two young daughters that I want to be there for, and so. And I'm not. I don't want to say. Fuck my dad. I don't want to say he was a good dad. He was a good dad in his term of being a good dad, right? But I wanted to be a better dad for my children, right? Mm-hmm. And so, but I don't live there. I'm separated from them. I have two girls that are basically being raised through FaceTime. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that like. That kills me every day. Like but it's like, how do I find the balance between my freedom, my being a good dad, being a great father, and then being a husband? Like I'm literally like trying to balance that every day on top of being in business. I don't know.
But don't you think you are though?
I don't know if I am because I'm sometimes it gets to me. Like sometimes at night I can't sleep because I'm always missing my kids. I'm missing, but. On the other side, I know I have to do what I'm doing to be successful, to be able to provide for them. Mm-hmm. And so that's really something I'm like struggling with. I don't know. It's a balance that I got to find, Like, I don't know. See, maybe it is good to speak to a therapist.
You're just talking it out yourself.
Yeah, literally.
You're just literally working it out yourself.
Literally
just
working
actually
it,
saying it out loud.
Maybe that's what it is. Like, I've never said this out loud.
No, I've never heard this.
Never heard this. Yeah. Never. I'm literally every day, like, trying to figure it out. Like, she sometimes struggles. I don't know, it's like sometimes because imagine having those two little kids, like, and a husband, but
what happens when you come together?
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's good because obviously you miss them, but then sometimes it's like.
Can I ask you a question?
Go, please.
Real quick? Let me ask you. Do you ever feel like since you're not there, because I was in a long distance relationship.
For sure.
At times do you feel like you're growing apart from each other? Because when you're here and she's there, they're developing, and it's no longer
because you begin to develop life by yourself. Like It's almost like when you break up with somebody, like you have to learn who you are. Right. But then it's like I'm learning who I am, but I gave the barriers, like I gave the problems, not the problems, but my kids, like she has to deal with the kids every day.
Right.
While she's still trying to figure out how to balance life on the other side of it.
I think like sometimes it's like just to kind of go off, because you're being separated, is because you're separated, you feel like your goals are different now. Because when you're together, it feels like your goals are together. You know what I mean? To grow together. You know what I'm saying? But you separated, it's like now all of a sudden your goals are different, like comedy and acting now. And she's like, no, we need a family home. And you're like, no, I gotta go. And I want to be here. I'm trying to go here. And you're like,
that's been the balance. It's like trying to find myself as a traditional man.
Yep.
An entertainer.
Yes.
And a progressive man.
Yes.
Like, how do I balance, okay, I'm supposed to pay the bills. I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do this. But then I'm also trying to be an entertainer, and I gotta, sometimes we have to allocate money differently. Like I can't always put the money towards my house. Sometimes I gotta put it towards the comedy stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's been my biggest struggle through my old situations because of the same thing. It's like I've struggled with where I want to go and what I want to be versus then dealing with where I am here. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It's like that's been like my whole struggle with everything. So
like, how do you find a balance?
Yeah, how do you find?
But what if you were together? You could have the same thing.
But if we were
So
together,
how would you do it differently if you were together?
But if we were together, then it wouldn't be we tried it together. You get what I'm saying? We tried it together, and things like still like faded out. You get what I'm saying? It was like I found myself. I think Kanye West says he says the famous line. I'm not gonna repeat exactly what he said, but he's like I love, in his word, I love women and I love money, but when I find out I'm getting one, the other one's getting away. You know what I'm saying? You remember? I mean, you know what I mean? So it's like that's what I kind of find with me. It's like, okay, when I'm trying to be, the family guy, the right guy, whatever, but this is getting away from me. You know what I'm saying? I can't go make these sacrifices over here. I can't, you know what I mean, go where I need to go over here. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm chasing this over here, it's like all of a sudden this is drifting away. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I guess I was gonna ask the question of because you guys are both married. What's the ideal man that she wants you to be? What would be the best version of yourself that would benefit the family?
A traditional man.
A traditional. If it was like, yo, if I went to work at, 8 in the morning, got off at 4 every day, you know what I'm saying, and made, $60,000, $75,000 a year, whatever, just enough to pay for the house or whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever that number is.
All right.
Life would be.
She would be happy with that. Is that the same
Content.
for you too?
Yeah, for
Absolutely not for me.
Right. Oh,
I
yeah.
would
Now
be
for you,
miserable.
what would you want?
I would be miserable. Because I've tried the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I'm not wired that way. I do it.
Most entertainers aren't because they're artists.
Yeah,
Right.
I need something new. I need to go do something new. I need to go here. I need that get up and go. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the reason why the situation I'm in now. You know what I'm saying? Because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And going back to that, analogy I was giving earlier, it's kind of like saying that same thing. It's like, you're trying to take this entity and put it over here to fit. And you're trying to fit in this world, and it's just like you're not.
So do y'all feel like in your marriages, do you feel trapped in a way?
It's not trapped because
yeah.
I agreed to get into it. It's more like I feel boxed, or it's
You
almost
feel
like
boxed in.
because you can't do what you want to do.
Yep, and
Every
that's
day.
the reason why
I can't do what I need to do all the time.
Yep, and that's
Because sometimes it would involve crossing certain lines that you probably wouldn't want to cross in a relationship.
Such as what?
My number one fan would be a woman.
yep.
It would be, and particularly a woman that found me attractive or funny
Yeah.
or both. And in entertainment, that's what you're selling. I'm selling a dream. But if I'm married and we're pushing this marriage and I'm always telling everybody how happily married I am, then the fans
Go away.
go away. Because that dream of me being able to possibly win the lottery, and I'm not saying I'm the lottery, but I'm just kind of making an example, like you take that away. Like people play the lottery because there's a chance to win it. Not because they're really going to win it, not because they've ever won it in their life, not because they know somebody that won it, just because there's a chance to win it. And that's why women love celebrities. Because there's a chance if I ever meet him. Why do you think they get dressed up to go to these concerts and they're in like the top of the thing? Like there's a chance that, I don't know, maybe a fantasy. You know what I'm saying? And so when you take that away as an entertainer, I think you're taking away some of your fan base. Women aren't going to do, and because that would be my number one fan. Women aren't going to go above and beyond for somebody they think they don't have a chance with. They just won't do it. I mean, you would have to be a fan of them for 30 years for them to be able to
established, and that's
established. You see what I'm saying? We're trying to become established.
A lot of entertainers, they don't get in relationships until they get established.
And then when they do get in relationships, it's publicity.
Yeah, it's too much. It's really.
So what type of woman would you need to be with?
Oh yeah, damn.
None.
I really,
None?
like the truth.
None.
The truth of the matter is, like, I nothing against, but I honestly can say this. I can really be by myself and be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think most
really
people
can.
could.
I can really be by myself and be happy. You know what I mean?
I think
And that's going back to my original.
But I also
statement
think
that I was saying.
think my wife could be by herself and be happy.
And nothing wrong with that, but that's what I'm saying. So that goes back to what I was saying earlier, is that the question that a girl actually asked me, it wasn't another Kenny, it was a girl asked me, so why don't men desire relationships as much as women do? And my reply was that you're trying to fit us into a world that we feel like we don't exist in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because
or is it
it's
too
like
much work.
Yeah, it's
No, it's not too much. It's trying to fulfill your dream.
Yes.
Our dream.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay.
Have you ever?
No.
Wait.
You know me.
Yeah.
So, y'all dream, and when I say y'all dream is this: when you're 6 years old, you're playing with dolls, and you're playing house. You're not playing cowboys. You're not playing bank robbers. You're not playing basketball. You're playing with dolls, playing house. So you've been training for relationships inadvertently.
From the start.
Yeah, inadvertently, not intentionally. And maybe that's society that does that. How it pushes the girls and what easy bake ovens and all this other stuff. Like it pushes that. And that's not me. That's society doing
Society.
that. And so,
Agree. But that's changing.
It is, but you know what? I was gonna tell you this though, like to back up even what Chris said. Even if you go, and let me just ask you this. So, as a woman, if you saw a woman who has been married for 20 years, she had 3 kids, right? She's married 20 years, had 3 kids, had a nice job, right?
nice house.
Nice house. You would go, you're doing so well for yourself.
She's so happy.
She's so well for
So
yourself.
good.
But
So
if you saw a man who was making, I don't know, 50 grand a year, whatever, and you know what I mean, just, had a regular job, whatever, you'd be like,
What's wrong?
what's wrong with you? You get what I'm
You
saying?
don't want more?
And that's
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Like society's put, like maybe it's maybe it's in our gene, maybe it's in our makeup for us to go out and do more. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why, to go back to the original question, was that's why the answer to the girl's question was like, why don't men want relationships? Because we're not trained to want relationships. Nothing about us has really been taught us to want relationships. You know what I'm saying?
We develop.
We do it because we'll meet somebody who we go, oh, I love.
So you do it for us.
We
Of
do it
course.
for you. We do it for you. We
Thank
meet a
you so
girl.
much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we do it for you because we meet this woman who we go, man, she's beautiful. Oh man, oh she's cool.
And then she's just
I
sad
think
when I
everything
leave,
you've
and I don't.
done,
So I don't
you've
want to
done.
make her sad.
Just to make us happy.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's literally
so
man.
all you guys are just miserable.
Not miserable, but
But-
my happiness isn't first.
My happiness isn't first.
Ours is first.
Of course.
Yes,
But
yes.
now, granted, isn't that the way of isn't that something that we sacrifice in a way? Isn't that all relationships? I think men and women, we sacrifice something. We have to sacrifice. I think it's give or take in a lot
But-
of relationships.
but
So
what
as of now, from hearing you, I feel like we're saying like, yeah, we sacrifice in certain areas because what is it saying? Happy wife, happy home.
Happy
life.
wife, happy life.
Happy wife,
Just
happy
threw off the
life.
whole rhyming thing. Man.
Yeah, I'm not
You
married.
actually made it
I'm not-
harder.
Yeah, I'm not married. But
Happy wife, happy house.
Yeah, but so
You're not
happy
right.
happy wife, happy life,
Happy life. Yep.
Yep.
right? That's the sacrifice that so we
Not happy man, happy fam.
because I feel like that's how we wired. It's the same thing as women are wired. We're also wired in a way. The same way that you had when you were speaking women, easy bake oven. Man, what are we doing? We're playing cops and robbers. We're being protectors. We're being this. We're wired that way. But in this, it seems like we are kind of complaining for being the way that we are. That's what it's like in relationship. It's never been.
not.
So you do have you. I think it's give or take. So as of now, yes, it's important that because I feel like this. As speaking for me, I'm self-sufficient. I feel like in relationships. Like I can make myself happy. I can cheer myself. I can do all that. I know what I can provide for myself too. And having that gift, I don't have no problem giving in to your happiness. Because if I take care of you, everything else follows on that too. And I go back and get.
Well, that's just
and
the
get my
man.
energy.
That's being a man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Because you're looking out for somebody else's happiness.
But
Yeah,
but,
but so what I'm saying-
isn't that the definition of leading a household and being a family?
It is,
isn't
but
that,
what I-
isn't
what
that a
we're
part
saying,
of it?
Kyle,
No.
Is that
No.
that's not a part of it?
Me leading the household doesn't mean me making you happy.
And not
Me leading the household means your basic needs are met. Like I've taken care of your roof over your head. I take the bills.
Sure.
Then that big I can't. Somebody can't make you happy.
I know that's
the happiness is within.
That's true, but happiness comes and goes. That's what I'm saying. But in a way, I'm guessing when you speak of that, but there's got to be more to just checking off those lists. I believe there's got to be also mentally stability too. I think we have financials, right? You list pretty much everything financially. I think there's more to that to being a man just financially.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So everything you list, you like build on, but what about the mental stability? Exactly. And I think that's one thing that I think we kind of lacked on, and I think this comes from Daddy. Daddy was always prideful in what he did financially. That's where this comes from. Well, I got to do this. Okay, I covered all these bases, right? We should be happy with this. Man, look, you're
But
covered.
see, here's the thing.
No,
Kyle,
but
here's the thing.
I'll-
Kyle.
okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, because what I'm saying is, it's like, here's the thing. I have dreams and aspirations that come from when I was 10 years old.
Sure.
Right? 12 years old. Right?
Sure.
8 years old. I had dreams and aspirations, and that's what I always saw in my life.
Right.
When you meet a woman
Right.
15 years later,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, everything that you thought you would be and everything you worked to be,
Yeah.
you meet her, and all of a sudden things go left.
Right.
All of a sudden, that thing that I've been pushing for, that I've been seeing since I was 10 years old, I've been having dreams about, that I can vision myself of being. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this my entire life in my mind.
Right.
You know, and I'm working toward this thing. And then when you meet this woman and you fall in love and you get into this thing we call marriage, all of a sudden now that shifts and you're trying to readjust this, but yet you're still trying to battle of who you were as a person. You get what I'm saying?
Right, but here's the
And
thing.
you know what I mean? So now, as I said, I'm sacrificing what
Sure.
I've always thought I would be, or always pushing, just so
Sure.
I can meet her happiness. And
But-
you know what I'm saying? And
right,
it's like
but-
it gets in the way. That's what I'm saying. Does that make sense?
But here's the thing though. That's priorities change. When
For
it's just,
who?
hold
But
on.
that's
But
okay.
when it's just you can focus on that. You can do that. But when you decide to get married, when you decide to have kids, that's sacrifices. That comes with it. That's part of the territory.
That's what I'm telling. And that going back to my first question again, my first statement again. That's why men hesitate. Like, man, listen, I love you. You're beautiful, but dog, I'm really not trying to be married because I really don't want to I don't really want to give this up.
Now, granted, okay, picking, but now this comes down to selecting who you're going to be for the rest of your life. If you're going into that and y'all don't talk about, if y'all don't look, let's be honest.
You can't pick who you're gonna be early on.
No,
you change every 7 years.
No. Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. Before the relationship, right? Yeah, you change every 7 years, but how much of this was communicated before? Like, hey, yo, this is what I'm going to do. This is who you're marrying, and this is my focus. So here's the thing. I feel like a lot of times we get in relationship with these people, and we have these hope and expectations that they're going to change. It's not going to be like that. It's not. It's this person. I don't care how much somebody loves you per se. Nobody's going to change for you. I'm not going to change myself for you. I'm just not. I can change when I make the decision. I'm going to change for myself. That's when the change happens. But a lot of people, hold on.
Then
A
where's
lot
the
of people,
sacrifice at?
Hold on, but a lot of people say this. A lot of people go in relationships with these false expectations. It's not realistic expectations. So if I would communicated this before, right? You're saying I had to change it. If I communicated before, this is as of now. This is a part of me. Okay, and if I can communicate that before then, right? And if she decides to get in this relationship, or he, because I think women make sacrifices too. Now let's be real. Because
we didn't say they didn't make sacrifices.
I know, but
it's like their sacrifices like this. Like, I just won the lottery. Now I got to go all the way to the bank to cash the check.
That's not a fair statement, though. That's not a fair.
That's a sacrifice.
Hold on. Think about this. Think about how many women who didn't want kids and still end up having them.
I don't know.
I don't know which ones do that.
Women.
Like,
I feel like women make sacrifices. It's different sacrifices. You don't think they put their dreams when they have kids? You don't think?
Where they going to the NBA?
No, I'm just set aside. Hey, a lot of women do want careers. You know that, right? I mean, especially do you know that they have
kids don't stop careers. Kids stop entertainment, not careers.
careers. Yeah,
no, you can work at Target and have kids.
Think about it. Okay, for example. Okay, let's give you an example.
Do they have resentment?
Huh? Yeah,
Is there resentment?
But here's the thing, though.
What does that mean? Hold on.
Yeah. Okay. What were you saying?
What's that mean? What is resentment?
If I put my career on hold for the sacrifice that I made, will I have resentment later on?
So that's where their sacrifice comes in, is in the resentment they possibly could have later.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. So for example, you can't actually say that, because there are entertainers who have kids before they even make it and still make it. You can't. Sometimes kids motivate. So for example, Jonathan Majors had his daughter early.
Where's his girl at?
Early. I mean, it doesn't matter.
That's the point we're getting at. That's the point we're getting at.
But he had a kid though.
And a kid is not going to stop anything. I've never said a kid would stop anything.
So what's that? So a relationship. So you're telling me.
I'm explaining to you how women.
Okay, but hold on. But let me get this straight. So you're telling me, if you're in a relationship before you make it, what's your chances of making it?
It drops.
Less.
It drops. It
less.
drops.
But hold on, is it impossible? Like, give me a percentage.
It's not.
I mean, why don't you just quit your job and play the lottery every day? I mean, is it impossible that you're gonna win?
No.
It's possible you can win, right?
It's possible.
Well, just because it's possible don't mean it's likely.
Let me ask you this: you don't think a woman can help you, encourage you to go to your dreams? What happens if she fully supports you?
How is she gonna get? Is she gonna get all her friends to follow me and do that? Like, you see what I'm saying?
But
I need more than a woman
to
support. I need more than one woman. If I'm trying to fill up a 300 seater,
right?
One woman ain't gonna help. I need 300.
So hold on. Wait. Okay. What about? Hold on. So we're entertainers, right? Okay. So therefore, there's a lot of losses in this, correct?
Correct.
There's a lot of disappointments, right?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. You're telling me a good woman who stays in your corner to support you mentally too.
Okay.
This thing is mentally taxing.
This is what I'm saying, Kyle. And this goes back to this. See, the reason why you think this way, because it goes all the way back to the beginning. First conversation we had, we talking about achieving more. Because when you're in this type of industry and everything like that, you got to be able to take on those sacrifices. I'm self-motivated.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't need a woman to tell me, hey, good job.
You don't. Or hey, you can do it.
I've never heard of that.
I don't need it.
I've never played football. If I'm going to get on stage.
Like I said, I've been at this. This has been a dream since I was a little kid. You get what I'm saying? I've been my achieving by myself. My achieving by myself has been a thing since I've been a little kid. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden now at 28, I met this perfect woman, and all of a sudden she needed to push me and motivate me. I've been self-motivated by myself.
Okay,
the whole way.
100%.
Okay,
that's why I say that's a cop-out statement.
Yes.
Like to say, well, she could be there to help motivate you. Would that mean you weren't
motivated yourself?
No.
You gotta be self-motivated.
Something bad happens, then you're not gonna quit. Then you weren't gonna make it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You're missing the point. The fact of taking L's. You can take the L's by yourself, or you can have somebody in your corner. It doesn't have to be motivation. You
don't need nobody to take your corner with you.
You don't have to need somebody. You got to take it on yourself.
You know what? That's why when everybody first gets into music, they get in groups. They get in comedy and they create groups because it's a shield to protect me from actually going out and achieving something.
Right.
Okay. And there's gonna be failure with this achievement because nothing great doesn't come with big risks. So you don't need a woman or anybody to go achieve these risks. And when you fail, if you quit or if anything can stop you or slow you down, you ain't gonna make it anyway.
Hold on. Who said needed? I didn't say. I didn't. Wait. Needed. Wait.
It's not there.
No. What I'm saying is you. What it seems like how you guys are pitching this out is like if you have to choose between one or the other. That's what it's like. It's
facts.
Like, so you're putting that way. So
yes.
now here's the funny thing. Okay, you guys were talking about. You said you feel boxed in. How much of that is mentally?
It's all mental.
It's all mental.
But is
not
that? But let me ask you this: if you feel,
it's not a physical box.
Okay, so it's not a physical. So it's a feeling, right?
Of course.
So let me ask you this then: if it's a feeling, could your feelings be wrong?
No.
So your feelings are always right?
No.
Are feelings facts?
Are feelings facts?
No,
we're not.
But after trial and error, over time, even science put
I'm gonna
put a theory into.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. So I can speak from being in a relationship and not being in a relationship as far as in the career, because I was career before I was in a relationship, career after relationship, whatever. Right? When I was by myself, I mean, I was like skyrocketing because I didn't say no to nothing. I didn't have to say no to anything. I was doing everything.
Responsibilities.
I was going everywhere. I was being pushed. It didn't matter. I didn't have to go, oh, dang, well, what's the mortgage going to be this month? Oh, I can't really afford to go to New York now. Dang. I was like, I was just going and going and going.
And then everywhere you go, you meet a girl, and she's like, well, I know this guy, and I can help you out.
I know this guy.
And then I know this guy.
Yeah,
because there's not going to be guys out there like, oh, bro, you cute, bro. Let me help you out.
Right.
What?
Guys don't say that.
You sure? Okay, hold on. Now, okay, you mentioned that too. So now, okay, I got two things. First thing is, you said you were flourishing. So are you determining success off of your work? And so let me ask you, are you determining your self-worth off of booking and working? Is that your identity?
You could tell
if you're not on set and you're not working, if you're not doing these sellout shows, that's what you determine your worth,
That's a
right?
part of it, but you can see your growth. And once what happens, you get in a relationship. Now all of a sudden you have another hurdle, you have another thing that you have to deal with and overcome.
Sure.
When I didn't have a relationship at all, I had nothing else blocking me.
Sure.
I could do and go where I wanted to go.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And so I was 110% invested in this thing. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you get in a relationship, all of a sudden now I can't be 110%. I'm a person. You get what I'm saying? I can't be 110%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a person, right? So I was like, all right, now it's 80% here, and then 40% here, and then you realize, well, this relationship isn't working out. So now I got to put 60% here and 40% there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it makes it hard in this particular industry to do that.
Okay.
That's
Let me
all
ask you
I'm
this.
saying.
Okay. This is and then I'm gonna segue this. Okay, so when is the right time to leave?
Like leave what?
A relationship, like your relationship. If you're feeling you're being so held back, and this is this dream you had since you were a child, which one's worth more? That's
a question you got to ask for yourself.
Well, the question is, why did you get in?
So the question.
There we go. That's even better. Why did you get in?
If I knew this is what I wanted, why did I choose to jump in?
Okay.
And I knew this is what I wanted.
Uh-huh.
And so this other person knew I wanted you, but you knew what you wanted. Why would I do that?
Because why would I do that? And that's because it's the fact
question.
that
that's a hell of a question. I had to think too.
yes, but this is what
because you cared about her feelings.
Because it's for her. Because I see this beautiful girl, and I'm go, wow, you are a great person, and you do fall in love. I'm human. I see the great person. You fall in love.
Gotcha.
And and so now because I fall in.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It is. Oh my goodness! Don't you get me going. It is an action.
Fell into the motion.
It is an action. It is an action.
You
Don't
fall
get me
in
going.
love. You fall in love with this wonderful person, and you know what she wants, and you think in your mind, because I'm Superman, I'm a superhuman person, I can give you this and still do that too, right? And then after a while, after me giving you this and still trying to do this,
your pure ignorance catches up to you. And you learn,
I was stupid.
I can't overcome everything that is thrown at me.
So my ego says I can do that.
My ego says that I can be the perfect guy for you and love you how you want to love.
And still chase
and
everything.
still chase everything I want to chase.
So
only to realize
I'm tired.
I'm not perfect.
This may be too
So
blunt.
then how do you get out?
Oh, there we go.
huh?
Yeah, let her go.
How do you get out? Yeah.
How do you get out?
How do you get out?
Yeah.
Then you have to make
Make a tough decision.
You got to make a tough decision. You gotta be able to make a decision and
Without
look at
guilt.
yourself. Huh?
Without guilt. Ooh.
You're gonna feel guilty regardless. Because
you just need to
here's
make
the
a
thing.
cold calculated
You got to make a
decision.
decision because you're going to feel guilty because I can look at this and go, okay, well, all right, I had to make a decision about, having a family and raising kids and things like that. So I got to make that decision. And I got to watch my friends progress, the people who I met along the way, and go, dang, I was right there with him. And I got this family. So let me tell myself that this is what makes me happy. But deep down inside, that 10-year-old kid is going to sleep at night going, dang, man, I wonder what. But at the same time, to answer your question, I could still go off here and go achieve. But, you can go, I wonder what would happen if I would have did it. You know what I'm saying?
I could achieve so much
But you
more.
what happens is you got to make that decision. You get what I'm saying? The decision you made to get in it, you got to make a decision what you're going to do about it. You get what I'm saying? It ultimately comes that same decision. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Why? No.
Yeah. So,
So
why?
what-
No, he did answer it because
did.
you have an ignorant view of yourself.
Yep.
Thinking
You-
that
you
I
think
can
I can
satisfy this
overachieve.
person
Yep.
and satisfy myself at the same time.
Right.
When that is literally impossible, which is why men need to be. I mean, you got to be assholes. Like you can't.
Do you though?
Yes, you do. And
Do
for
you?
this reason.
Explain.
If you don't, you will succumb to emotion that will make you make a decision that you know is not in their best logic.
Yep.
That's what will happen.
So, and the only way you can do that is being an asshole.
Being an asshole, meaning what I mean by that is being strategical, being cold.
Logical, sure.
No, but logical comes
But an
off as an
asshole?
asshole. That's what it is.
Not-
So if
no,
a girl's
not
like, "Do
necessarily.
you want to marry me?" and you're like, "No, not yet." That's an asshole because you. That
Is it?
You,
Or is that
yes,
just- is-
yes.
is that
she's
being
not
an
gonna,
asshole? If
because she's
somebody's
not
like-
going to be asking like, "Hey, could you marry me?"
Yeah,
I'm
she's
removing
like-
all my emotions, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be able to take away all your emotion and make a cold, calculated decision
Right.
that you know will be better for you in the future while you have somebody you love and you care about not being happy and satisfied with an action that you have. So now you have to find that balance of how do I make this person happy? But because what you're saying is, and it's right. Like I said, it's like saying, yeah, I know you want me to marry you, but I'm not going to marry you because I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, that's a strategical way. That's
Sure.
how people should do it, right?
Right.
But when you love somebody, you don't. It's that
Yeah,
logic.
So
leads
logic
to
goes
building.
out the
Logic
door.
goes out
Of
the
course
door.
it does,
And so you
because
start
now
making
I
crazy
care about
decisions.
this person's feelings.
Yes.
I don't want to hurt her. I want her to care. I want her to be loved. I want her to be happy.
Got you. Okay,
Yeah.
because you mentioned something. I feel like if you're going to be like that's being direct and stuff too. I think it's very important when I think we get confused in this is knowing who you're talking to and knowing what they respond to. Some people can respond to direct, like, "Hey, that fucking sucked." Okay, and some people respond to that. Also, some people respond to certainly. It's almost like coaching. You don't coach every player the same way.
Agreed.
So what works in response to you? So a lot of times I think we do that. What works on us, how we want people to talk to us, we talk to other people like that. But you got to see how this person responds.
But
to
you're
what.
still being cold and calculated when she's telling you she wants to marry you.
Right.
So it doesn't matter how you tell her, she's not going to like that answer.
Well, because she had an expectation. You saying yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the
So-
expectation. So I mean, I don't know if it makes you an asshole. I mean, but sometimes
It makes you cold and calculated. That's what I'm
Right.
getting at. So
I
you
don't-
literally
I don't-
have to look
what
at somebody.
happened- But you don't. Okay, in that scenario, you don't have to be. I don't know if that makes you cold. I don't know if that makes you cold. If I'm like, "Hey, I want to marry you," and I'm like, "Look, hey, you know, right now the best time is not to be married."
Cold
right
and
now.
calculated.
Is that
Yep.
cold and calculated?
Yes.
Even the delivery.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, but
It's
you're
the
listening.
same
on-
thing.
I'm looking
so
at the
you're
tone
like-
and delivery.
you're like,
so when you say cold ass, I'm like, no, I'm like, no, we're not getting married. What are you
just because
talking
I'm not cussing you out doesn't mean I'm not being cold and calculated. Cold and calculated means even though you're giving me your emotional plea, I can put that to the side, cold and calculated, and still give you the right answer, or not the right answer, what
Right.
what I perceive as most logical answer.
I thought it was just more based on the delivery. That's me. It's
No,
how you
that-
it's how you deliver the truth to
tone.
me. You say what?
Tone.
The tone.
The tone.
No, because
You can be
trust me,
compassionate. You can
people-
tell somebody, "Hey,
Hey man,
no,"
I need
and be compassionate.
I need
Not at this
$1,500
time.
for
Yeah,
rent,
not at
bro.
this
I
time.
got my landlord is knocking on my door.
and get
Hey man, I know you need that money, but it's okay. But I
no,
can't give it
it's
to
not.
you,
It's not
okay?
necessary.
So no matter how you just told me, you just told me bad news that I want to hear.
No, but it's different though. If I told you, if there's a different way. If I tell you hell no versus hey, look, right now is not a good time. I don't have the money for it.
Both ways,
they're
both ways
both-
are the same to me.
they're both- they're both
I'm like, oh,
That
well, you
way
can't help me.
gives me
Click.
hope.
Yeah, but see
said what,
this
Versailles?
That
there's a
way gives me hope.
You see,
Yes.
I'm like, hey man, not
Hope
right
for
now.
what? He's not gonna be able to do it.
But
See, that's what.
But
now,
it's the delivery
as
though.
soon as he says,
It's
"Oh
delivery.
no, I can't right now," click. I'm not. Like, I don't
But,
care how
but that's
soft
you though.
said
But that's you though.
No, because that's everybody.
You.
They just it don't matter if they listen to the rest of your conversation or not. They already hang up.
Let me ask you. Okay. Hold on. Best example I can give you. Okay, if we're trying to get a job, pretty much for acting, right? Let's say entertainment thing, right? And let's say a casting director. I'm well okay with taking this no versus like not hearing anything, right? It's still the same thing. So if I had a casting director, I'm auditioning for, right? And I can digest this no versus that no, not hearing anything. Or versus like, hey Kyle, that was horrible. What were you doing? Or I can have a casting director that's like, hey, you know what, Kyle? Your performance was great. Just wanted to let you know that, but we just don't think you're still fit for the part. Still same result of me not getting the job.
Did you want to hear it either way?
Thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes. When you put something out there and somebody acknowledge, hell yeah. But
Bro,
see, that's like
you just wired differently.
The nicest cop took me to jail.
Yeah.
The nicest cop in the world
Right.
took me to jail.
It's like
Bro, I didn't like him.
Right.
No matter how nice he was,
Right.
he took me
It's
to
like-
jail.
Right, but
That's
let me-
what I'm getting
but
at.
let-
Like
all right,
bad
let me-
news, it don't matter if you dress up shit. It's still shit.
Yeah.
It can be, but
So it just
there's
doesn't matter.
there's ways people die. You got to think about that's you though. You keep projecting how you want to. Not everybody can handle things differently. You keep putting that.
So they
that
can't handle the
shit-
truth.
No, that is the truth. Me telling you.
If I have to dress it up and make a soft bed for you to lay in, for me to tell you no, then you can't handle the truth.
But that's
Right.
you. That's your perspective. People can.
I can
that's-
handle it easier.
Yes. There's
Handle
ways
it
to
easier.
digest
It
stuff.
doesn't matter. It doesn't
So
matter.
y'all like this is how y'all take y'all band-aids off. One little piece at a time. Like
You
no.
can do that.
Rip it off. You get
See,
it
but,
off.
but that's you though. You can
That's
do
you.
both things, but the result's still the same. That's the
But
point
is
I'm
it
making.
though? I'm already
the
doing something
Band-Aid's
else, but
off.
you're still
the
peeling it
Band-Aid's
off.
off. Whether it's slow, whether it's fast, whether you do halfway, it's
That's
off.
how I get more
So-
done in a day.
That's you. Though. So now,
Right there.
right.
So Messiah, let me ask you this
I have my
question.
question. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I
Messiah.
was gonna. This is
Go
my
ahead, what's
last
your
thing
question?
for you, Miss Sonia. Okay, so you therapy or counsel, I should say, couples
licensed
and
clinical-
everything. A licensed clinical social worker, right?
Yes.
What's out of, without giving names or anything, what's a common trait you see that's wrong with a lot of people who come to you with relationship advice? What's a common thing? I know it's kind of it, but what's something you notice that you'd be like, man, if people would just do this could solve probably 80% of you guys' problems.
Stop
What's something?
trying to change people.
Stop trying to change people.
Just as soon as you meet them.
Accept them for who they are.
So understand that
And
if
let's
I'm,
work with that.
Hold on, wait. Okay, so accepting. So a lot of people go into this relationship and they're trying to change them into.
Or it's one-sided. If he would just do this, if he would do all these things on my list, we have a perfect relationship.
And that's real. And that's real. Okay, what about men?
Same thing. If she would just shut up or if she would just do this, we're fine. Feed me, sex, and leave me alone. We're perfect.
But now see that now
That's
what I get from guys.
that's what you hear a lot from guys. Common thing,
guys.
not
So
but
guys,
common thing. So
for
that's what you hear from guys.
guys, feed me,
Sex,
sex, and
TV.
just let
Peace.
me be. Give me peace. That's it.
Let me be.
That's all I need.
So cheating is a very common thing now. So now
Now,
it's been for. I mean, with social media, it seems to make it more. There's more emotional cheating.
no, it's been going-
it's
it's
just
been going-
publicized.
It's
now.
publicized.
It's been
Okay,
going
okay.
on
Set
day
aside,
one.
set aside cheating. Now, okay. What is
there.
what when people come to you? What's some advice you would give to someone who's been cheated on and is trying to work through it?
Or who's
What's-
cheating?
Who's
trying
cheating?
to
Maybe,
work through
yeah.
it.
Maybe like what's some things you see when people are trying to recover, and what's something you notice a common thing that this is blocking them mentally from trying to recover from a relationship.
Focusing on the why
Why they cheated?
they cheat.
And most people don't
For
do
both cases? Like,
that. For men and women.
For men and women.
no, I'm saying like, so for the person that got cheated on and the person that's doing the cheating?
Why did you do it? And
Or
they
why-
want all the details. Every detail. And they focus on that. And they can't move through that. And we will spend weeks on every single detail of that.
So the best way is ignorance is bliss.
No.
That's what you're saying.
So
But we can address it and we can move through it and then figure out how did we get there? What was missing that made that person go there? Because it's not just one person, it's both. Something
Do you feel
happened.
like people can recover from that?
Absolutely.
Like, no, not. I mean, 100% recover.
Yeah.
I don't. That's always been my thing. Is
Yeah.
I don't think that there's ever 100% recover because I don't think people can all the way 100% recover because once that trust is broken, I mean, no matter how much you say you trust that person, once they break that trust, the trust can ever come back 100%. Maybe it comes back 90%. Maybe it even comes back 98%. But there's always that doubt, that voice in your head in the back that says that person did it, they'll do it again. Like, so I don't feel like you can 100% come back from cheating. Like, because once trust, like if you steal from me, I don't care how much you don't steal in the future. You stole from me one time. So if stuff goes missing in the future, guess who's going to first person pop in my
But
head?
that's you. That's how you think.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody steals from you?
She said, yeah. She said, yeah, that's you.
So if somebody steals from you, y'all still trust them?
No, well, she's saying after you work through it.
After you work through
After
it.
you work through it, you're going to see
And you
a
understand what
licensed
happened. How
clinical
did we get there?
social
What
worker.
happened?
I don't know.
Because why
man.
did you steal?
For
For the sake of just stealing? I mean, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it doesn't matter to me. The fact that you stole right there and right then and there means you will do it again. Means you steal, you'll kill. You know the saying. And
Not necessarily.
But I think so.
And you know what? You know what? I'm gonna tell you, Miss Sonya.
cutthroat.
I'm gonna tell you, Miss Sonya. I think that is something that I see a lot more with the younger generation versus you know what I'm saying? Just me, just living on social media world. A lot of people today, like once you do this one time,
You
that's
got
who
one
you
shot with
are,
me.
Right.
and that's what it is, and this. And
But
you
people
right
change every
because
7
people
years.
to right because
5.
people
5 years.
but
Change every 5 years. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Minutes.
Thank you. But like what I'm saying is like that's why I see a lot with our generation, well, younger generation, whatever. It's like once you do something once, that's who you are. That's what it is. And you do that one time and put you on there, you didn't trust me, so I'll never trust you again.
Right.
Or you doubted me earlier, well then yeah, don't come in my pocket now, whatever. But like you said, I think that's what hurts when people don't go through counseling. They don't go through therapy. So that's how they are. You understanding that the benefit of going through see a counselor is to help you work through that, to understand that that may not be who that person is, even though if that decision is what they made then, that
Exactly.
may not be exactly who they are. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of the pain I see a lot of our society today.
It is.
I don't think you should leave. That wasn't my comment. I don't think you should leave. What I said was that trust.
But that's the
never-
point.
Stay,
But that's the
stay and suffer and not trust you.
Well,
and
not even not separate.
Take
Remember when I
digs
said
at you.
98% or not? I mean, so it's not that you
So I
don't
will
trust them.
remind you. Of what
Every
you did.
now and then you'll have these things. So if somebody passes away, I mean, you don't just forget this person just because you've moved on and you're still living life. Like it'll be random times where you're taking a shower and then that pain comes back, and then you know what I'm saying. So it's the same thing to me with cheating. Like that pain randomly is gonna come
But it
back.
depends on what you do with that.
I'm not saying don't leave or whatever, but I'm sorry, that still's gonna be there. Whether you're at nighttime, because that's the one place you can't hide. Is at nighttime when you have your eyes closed and you're laying in your bed. You can't hide from that. When you're one-on-one with yourself, you cannot hide
course,
from your mind.
but it's still what
And
do I do with it?
Yeah, exactly. And so how you process it and turn it into a positive, or maybe this is just something I can work on. But at the end of the day, that 2% is still there. And that's why I say I don't think I can all the way ever fully
still a
recover.
thought.
Yeah. I'm not saying it would stop me from
Yeah.
loving them, stop me from being with them. It would just always be there a little bit somewhere. Like, I don't know, if you ever had bad... Yeah. No, I forgive you. I forgive you. I love you. All that. It's just I can't all the way forget
But
everything.
then that keeps me there
What?
Yeah.
in that space. Then I'm not moving forward. If I keep revisiting, it's gonna pop up.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I think if you let it hold you back, like if you let it deter how you feel about this person, like so if I'm in the shower and that thought comes back and now I hate you, I come outside and I'm mad at you and I'm all that. That's I think that's holding on to it. But if that thought coming and then you dealing with it and then like, okay, no, we're in a different place. That was then. Woo, that's something. But you still have that thought. That thought is never ever gonna go away.
Yeah, you will always have triggers.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. So, piece of advice. Everybody's favorite segment. So here's what we do, Miss Sonya. You do this on a daily basis, but we do this anytime we have a podcast. We have our favorite segment, everybody's favorite segment called Piece of Advice. We give one piece of advice that you would give to your younger self, person out there, somebody who might need it, that don't even
Give
know
a
they
piece
need
of advice to us. You heard
Piece
you've
of
heard
advice
our
to us.
story.
You hear what we struggle with.
You heard our
right?
struggle
Yeah,
with.
that's
So we don't, but I'm not gonna make you start.
Thank
I'm
you.
not gonna put you on the spot. So
Right.
Kyle or Scoot, what you wanna?
You want to go first?
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Cal.
I can go first. My piece of advice for the day is, if you need help, seek help. Swallow your pride, your ego. Seek help, whatever it is. If it's relationship, whether it's your mental health, anything like that, set aside that and get the help that you need to get through whatever you're going through. Because a lot of times, especially as men, we endure. We just stay in solitary. And also women too. Most people, we don't express the things that we need, where we fall short at. We know these things. We know where we're weak at, and we know the help that we need, and we just don't go seek it. For whatever the reason may be, go seek it. For being the best version of yourself, go seek it. Don't have any pride on that. And that's my thing. Go seek help when you need it.
Gotcha. Like it. My piece of advice is if you don't separate yourself from your distractions will separate you from your goal. So learn to separate yourself from your distractions, so your distractions won't separate you from your goals.
That's
Come on.
Lasagna, what you got?
It's okay to be vulnerable. That's it. It's okay.
It's okay to be vulnerable.
I agree.
Because many of us are not. We're afraid.
It's
kinda, okay.
That's kind of what I was going to say. I was going to say,
Chris.
I did.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, I did. Because that's kind of what I was going to say. Like, you're not. It's going to sound kind of twisted, but it's true. You're not as weak as you think you are. You're also not as strong as you think you are. Okay, so like we have these moments, and it's kind of also what Kyle's talking about with seeking help. There are things that you can fight through yourself, but then there's also things that you might need help on. Okay, so don't always think you need therapy by using therapy as a crutch, but then also use therapy as a healer and something that can help you through positive things. And so you're not as weak as you think you are, and you're also not as strong as you think you are. That has been another episode of the Three Real Brothers podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. We want to thank our guests, our auntie, our licensed
clinical
social worker.
Out of Florida.
Yeah. So call if you're ever in Florida. If they need to reach you, Miss Sonia, how do they reach you? What's the name of your company?
Counseling Peace.
Counseling Peace. So go online, www.counselingpeace.com. No.
Okay.
Follow us on Instagram?
Nope.
Twitter? No? Just find us.
Just
knock on every door until you reach us.
There
Okay?
Pray about it.
Yeah,
See
pray
if you
about
get
it. They can Google, right? It's Googleable.
No.
Oh, wow.
Great.
Wow.
So the definition of
best
project.
kept secret in Florida
There you go.
is the Counseling Piece
Yeah.
with Miss Sonia Marks. I want to thank my brothers, my co-hosts. I want to thank our producer, Joe.
Thank you,
Joel.
Joel. Sorry, Joel.
Appreciate it, Joel. Thank you, Joel.
I want to give Joel, everybody that's came in the studio today, we want to thank
you
y'all
guys.
for coming
Appreciate
and
you coming
putting
out.
in
Shout
there.
out to my homeboy Jay Landis hanging out in the studio.
Momo
today.
came in the studio.
Momo.
If y'all didn't hear it, trust me, she was here.
Made it noticeable. That's right.
We want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all follow, like, and subscribe on all social media platforms. YouTube, we're on Apple, Spotify. We're everywhere that you listen and get your podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment.
Right.
Rate us at 5-star because we're trying to fight that algorithm and we need your help. So I want to thank you all for tuning in.